Early days in my retail career, I worked for one of the most profoundly successful specialty brands. I became a store manager working for this company. And boy, did I drink the Kool-Aid. I was so proud to represent my company. I learned the retail ropes here, which served me well throughout my 25 plus years in that industry. I learned what to do and what not to do. Here's one of my key not to do lessons. I thought nothing of the unspoken requirement that we work 60 to 70 hour work weeks every week, every single week. 2 days a week, we worked what was called open to close, 12-hour shifts. Somewhere along the way, I bought into the lie that the person who stays the latest, works the hardest, sacrifices the most, is the best leader in the room. And if you're honest, you might have worn that badge as well, and maybe worn it with pride, like I did, until it started costing you your energy, your presence, your health, your relationships. So let me ask you a real question. Who taught you that exhaustion equals excellence? Because it didn't come from sustainability. It didn't come from high performance. And it certainly didn't come from leaders who are playing the long game. It came from someone's belief system. And here's what I know after 30 plus years of working with high-performing leaders. Beliefs drive thoughts. Thoughts create emotion, which motivates our behavior. And we all know that behavior drives results. So if you're constantly running on empty, this might not be a time problem. It might not even be a workload problem. It might likely be a belief problem. Let me take this a step further. If your team operated exactly the way that you do, would you be proud of it? If they were constantly exhausted, always on, struggling to be present at home, running on pressure and caffeine, would you call that high performance? Or would you call it what it actually is, unsustainable? This is what I call the shadow of the leader. Because whether you intend it or not, your team, your family, the people around you, they don't absorb your intentions, they absorb your patterns, your behaviors. So when you don't prioritize yourself, you're not just paying the price. You're teaching everyone around you what success is supposed to look like. Now let's talk about what's really going on underneath all of this. It's not that you don't need to take care of yourself, you know that. It's that when you try, you feel guilty. And that guilt sounds like, there's too much to do. I'll rest after the next push. My team needs me. I should be doing more. So let me challenge this directly. Since when did taking care of yourself become selfish? Who taught you that? Because here's the truth. You don't get bonus points for depletion. You don't win awards for burnout. And no one benefits from the version of you that's running on fumes. Self-care is not indulgent, it's professional. On every flight, they tell you, put your oxygen mask on first, not because you matter more, but because you're no good to anyone if you can't breathe. So what do we actually do about all of this? Well, let's keep it simple. Not easy, but simple. First, schedule yourself like you matter. If it's not on your calendar, it doesn't exist. Block time for movement, for thinking, for recovery, and treat it like your most important meeting because it is. Second, stop rewarding exhaustion. Pay attention to what you praise in yourself and in others. Are you celebrating long hours, constant availability, pushing through? Or are you reinforcing clarity, focus, effectiveness? Working smarter didn't disappear. We just stopped somewhere along the way, stopped valuing it. Third, build micro recovery into every day. This isn't about a 2-week vacation. It's about 10 minutes of quiet, a walk without your phone, actually stepping away for lunch. Small resets, consistently applied. Now let's be honest. This is easy to hear, much harder to live. I get it. Because you're not just changing habits. You're challenging a belief system that's been running your life for years. So I'll leave you with this. If I keep operating this way for the next 12 months, what does it cost me? What am I modeling for my people who look to me for leadership? Am I leading from intention or habit? What would become possible if I were fully resourced? And you are. Because here's what might be going on with you. You're not lacking discipline. You're not lacking drive. You're operating from a belief that says, I come last. And that belief is quietly costing you everything you're working so hard to build. So here's your invitation. Make one different choice today. Not a massive overhaul, just one. Start with one. Because choice is your superpower. And the moment you start choosing differently, everything begins to shift. Speaking of choice, I invite you to choose to subscribe to this channel, share this video with someone who might need it, and I'll see you in the next video.